Let me first start by saying, if you're quarantining yourself and self-isolating from everyone else, I'm not mad at you. I respect you. If you have, if you're worried about things reopening or life getting back going, everyone moving in that direction, I don't hate you, I'm not mad at you. I think this is one of those times it's dangerous because people kind of feel or get self-conscious, if you think a little different from them, they'll assume either that you hate them or that you, really that you just don't like them. And that's not the case. I personally believe that, just judging from like the phases and what we were told in phase 1, that gyms should be able to reopen. And I don't think just CrossFit gym, I think any gym, all gyms, right? I got into this business and I do this business because I view it as a professional business. I think for the longest time, fitness or coaching, personal training, things like that, if you got into that business, it was just all about, vanity stuff or treating it more like luxury, like as just a working out and doing that kind of stuff, having a trainer that was luxury. And I didn't get into it to do that. I got into it because we have a huge problem in not just America, it's actually getting into the world right now. And if you're blind to it, you need to start opening your eyes and paying attention to it. Some of the biggest risk factors for having a potentially fatal case with COVID are things that you can control. Now, I say that, I completely understand, I'm not an idiot. I completely understand there are things that some people have that are out of their control. Some autoimmune diseases, diabetes 1, if you have a genetic history of hypertension in your family, and even though you work out really hard and you honestly eat really clean, you don't lie about it, and you just have hypertension. Like, I understand that. Age, you can't change your age. Completely get all that. So before you jump on like, hey, my cousin's got this, that, not who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to the 0.02% right now. But the fact of the matter is, things like obesity and diabetes, for the most part, which if you work hard can have most of its effects reversed, or hypertension, or if you're a smoker, these things can be fixed and helped. And I view my gym, the gym I'm a part of, the gym I coach at, as a front line to the healthcare system. I don't want to see people wait till they're sick to end up in the hospital. I want doctors to do what they're supposed to do, which is take care of COVID patients, take care of people when they're in dire need and they really need help. I don't want people going to a doctor because they need to pick up heart or cholesterol meds if they can avoid it. I want to put that on me. And so part of why I think gyms should deserve their chance to be reopened is because I think it is a professional business if you treat it like that and you take it that seriously. And I think the reason why gyms weren't reopened is because they're not viewed as that important. They're viewed as a luxury still. They're not put on that mark of, and I'm going to be fully honest with you, it's because most gyms aren't good. I mean, if that makes you cringe when you hear that, then you probably don't think your gym is good. And I could be saying that, and one of my members could be thinking, could be. Means I'm not doing a good enough job for them. Possible. But I think we're working towards that way of trying to establish that, setting the grounds for what's important. And I think we need to keep on heading that route to make sure that people understand that this is something that needs to be taken seriously. Every workout you do, every meal you choose, every talk you have with a coach about your mindset, about your attitude towards life, about how to approach things to make you a better, well-rounded individual, a better, well-rounded human. These things all matter. This is the front line of healthcare, and we wouldn't want to shut that down because I've seen how positively it impacts people. So, hopefully this gets looked at. Not this video. I mean, if you'd like to watch it, please do. Please give it a like. When you like videos, more people see them. That's how the Facebook algorithm works. But yeah, it baffles me that, it doesn't really baffle me, but I hate to see us getting into this situation where we're trying to decide what's important or not and not allowing those who are ready to go to the place and do it safely, which could be done, what keeps them ahead of the curve in terms of sickness and being healthy. And we're still limiting that. So it's a big thing to think about. It's a big thing to ponder. And I think it just goes back to that fitness really isn't understood. And I think we're heading that way, but I think we need to speed it up a little bit.